Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. Today is the day, guys. We are finally going to be finishing the infamous circus case. All we have left to do is prove Acro had motive to kill the ringmaster, which definitely is going to have something to do with Bat. I don't know if we're going to have some sort of reveal that the ringmaster had the whole thing happen on purpose or what, but I don't think it's actually going to be that difficult to prove that he had motive. And then we can finally leave this circus case behind and all of the creepy characters in it and move on to what I'm pretty sure is the last chapter in this game, which is kind of crazy to me. Yeah, I know we still have a whole nother chapter to go through, but it still just feels like this game has been going by way quicker than the first one. And I don't know, maybe it's because the first game had a whole extra chapter, but I don't know, this one just felt extra quick for some reason. But like I said, we still have a whole extra chapter to go, so it's not like it's done yet. For right now, we have a murder to prove. I can't believe it. Acro! It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think, he was always the most straightforward one of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Ahem.
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious. But Max, you know, putting aside the fact that you're a creep, because apparently no one seems to care about that, you aren't the nicest person. I think a lot of people do hate you. Psst, psst, cough, who's that? But I'm nothing like that little nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Cough, hey, pal, Gumshoe.
You're gonna ignore me after I went up to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe.
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Guilty of a different crime, but not this one. No, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, detective? Oh, well, if you insist. Aren't we all so much nicer to you than Francisca? Stay with us.
How about that evidence you mentioned? What is it?
Here you go. Oh, that thing.
This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Will Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret. You better not rat on me, pal, or I'll kill you. Actually, I can't kill you because I'll already be dead by the whip. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I didn't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. I don't know that I like that. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. Got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. You see, I don't like that. I feel like she's gonna really annoy me now. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What do you mean by that? The very end part.
I don't know, and I don't like it. I'm not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk. For me. That's a lot of milk. But I love milk, okay? Favorite drink. I would take it. Is that in our court record yet, by the way? 1 second, Judge. Yes. Bat's scarf, stained with his blood, and a small quantity of pepper. Huh? The pepper was in there? Huh. Court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd
also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. I love proof. Now, Mr. Dingling,
Yes, Your Honor.
please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
See, I was confident coming into this. Now I'm a little nervous.
Okay, about the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Barry Big Circus, Russell Barry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
That's it? You're such a thoughtful young man. You're like a Disney princess with those birds.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? How dare you think such a thing? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
On that, no, I actually don't think so. Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. No, I actually don't think there is a need. There's nothing in there that needs pressed on. There's no need to cross-examine this witness.
What's that?
Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, will you marry me?
No.
Okay, other than that, could you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
I'm not confident on this one. I'm really not.
I'm gonna double check the guide on this one, and okay, let's see. It says
that I can't provide one. Okay, I guess I can't provide one. I'm cheating very early on into this part of the trial, but that's because I don't feel confident.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily
Foolish.
Did you forget?
God, I really hate when she does that. I know I said that last time, but like, ugh.
You made an accusation against this witness, did you not?
I don't know, it's what the guide told me, okay?
I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Barry Ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you?
Huh?
The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
Really?
Was the target Max?
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Or maybe it was Regina! Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Barry to begin with. Maybe it is Regina because he put the note in her pocket to begin with. And obviously she's like, not gonna think anything of it. Okay, if that's the case, Regina is the biggest victim in this case. Like, she has 3 grown men pining after her. And then this man is gonna try and blame, or like kill her? Oh.
What?
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must.
It's so unhinged of you, Judge.
The other option is that I kill them with my laser vision, so this is the better choice. Mr. Wright, What in the world are you trying to do to my court? I like it wacky, but not this wacky.
Judge, your court has been wackier than this. Remember when we interrogated a bird?
Ow!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court?
You know, Judge, you're gonna get mad at me, but you never get mad at Francisca for whipping you.
Are you attempting to imply that Acro is trying to kill someone else? Yes.
Oh, this poor girl. I feel so bad for her.
Regina Barry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it.
That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ow!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
I've completely lost control of my court. Ah.
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now.
That would be the note.
I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Barry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that provides Acro is out to kill this young girl.
This, because he put it in her pocket. Because, I mean, I thought he did that to get it to the ringmaster, but no, she was the intended recipient. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat.
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russell Barry with that note?
Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean, it was for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Barry. I hate everyone in this case. Except Regina.
Order, Mr. Wright. This little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, I mean the ringmaster, saw the note?
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. Man, it's so brutal. He was trying to kill a 16-year-old girl. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. So there was no way for them to even check who was out there. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza. Because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. Did he even know that someone was there? Or was it just like, alright, 10 p.m., time to drop this thing? Like, what if they had been a minute earlier, a minute late?
I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
Good job, Judge. You're so smart. And that's when he let the bust fly.
Hey, Nick? Is Regina listening to all this from the audience?
She is, unfortunately. It's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Oh god, here we go. Foolishly foolish fool, with foolishly full doves, there's so many fools, you've sounded even, but you make me sound like a foolhardy fool. It advanced, and she kept going.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes, what about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Man, I've been, like, skeptical of the ringmaster this entire time, but he actually might have been. Actually, no. Never mind, I forgot. I was like, oh, he actually is an okay dad, but then I remembered that he was gonna marry her off to Max.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron.
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything that I present always does. You should know this! Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually— wait, I don't actually know. Do I have this scarf? No. What is this pepper for? Okay, geez. This trial turned out to be harder than I thought it was. I had to check again. So I was just sitting here and I was like, none of this makes sense. I don't know what the conclusive evidence is, but apparently it's the small seasoning bottle. Is it because it was on his bat scarf? Was the lion actually sneezing on him? And that's why it looked like he was smiling or something? Because why was there seasoning on his scarf? I don't know. I don't know, but this is apparently the answer.
Achoo, achoo, achoo. Oh my god, I'm allergic to pepper.
No, Judge. Pepper just makes you sneeze.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you are so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim?
I don't think it was intended, but the victim would be Bat.
Who is this?
Another creep.
Oh,
This is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him.
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool?
Girl, I beat you last time, and I'm gonna beat you again.
Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Barry, is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
It was just an accident. It was... Is it more than that? Is it on the ringmaster's part? The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
Because they said that the lion was like, it looked like it was smiling.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Oh geez, evidence again. Okay, I'm thinking that like, because the pepper was on the scarf. I don't know if this made the lion want to bite him because the lion likes pepper, or it made him sneeze. And then if he didn't really actually bite him, he sneezed on him. I don't know.
That's just a scarf.
Acro. The scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper.
Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Why? Didn't they like to prank each other? Am I making that up? Did they say they like to like prank each other? Is that maybe what it was? Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Why is this bird attacking me?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright, you have a bird attacking you. And also, you've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Out of curiosity, what was her crime? Mary gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. I mean, I really don't either. I trust you, but you need to help me get there.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Yes. So I feel like it was either a sneeze or liked to eat pepper.
Smiling? The lion was smiling.
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile? How cute.
I've never heard of them smiling, however.
Lion sneeze. Yep.
Whoa.
Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Yeah. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf.
What?
You fool. Actually, I'm smart, not a fool.
You've got to be kidding me. This is wacky even for my court. What's the matter, Ms. Von Karma?
I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot.
Ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke. Doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. Oh boy, now it's time for you to be annoying. I think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro! You can't mean. Witness.
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, Where's the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
The murder weapon.
The bust that the defense claims was used. That were to be found in Acro's room. And if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
That bust is so creepy. The bust.
Nick, you gotta do something.
This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. See how things work out first, request to search Acro's room. I feel like I gotta see how things work out. This is the last part of the case. We're not going to Acro's room. Right? I think so. Might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but
Why aren't you going to search his room?
It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma, total justice.
I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Don't whip me!
Von Karma never leaves anything to chance.
Is this what you meant by till the very end or something?
We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my room. You know, witnesses are basically admitting to it when they act like this. No one seems to care.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that.
Maybe you're hiding it on you somewhere, in your wheelchair.
End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Because he couldn't get it out of the room, so maybe he is hiding it, like... Is there like a pocket on your wheelchair or something? Ah, looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. You're basically admitting it by saying that. But what about the scarf? What about the note? You don't just put a note that literally summons the person who was murdered to that location if you're not guilty. What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. But that does pertain because it brought the ringmaster there.
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
The Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is, I'm sure you do.
There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is?
It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
You know, I feel like in a real court that maybe this could be enough. I mean, the courts work weird here. Like, there's no jury. The judge is just like, I decide everything. Like, I'm sure all this proof, all this circumstantial evidence, and they're like, no, sorry. Even though he is acting really, really sketchy right now, no.
Thank you for your support.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness.
Can I object? Thank you. Oh, is it not me? Who's objecting? Maya!
Where's Max's bust?
Thank you, Maya. Thank you. I love when you do that.
The defense needs to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Ah,
What?
We need to do what? Ow!
Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
Whoa, are you asking me?
This is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Thank you, Maya. Hey, wait. You can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. The If we don't, we're starting to lose.
Right. I've got nothing to lose by doing this.
Very well. The defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Again, that statement, basically implicating yourself. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a full step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now?
In this courtroom, I'm thinking that it's on him. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom.
It's obviously where.
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. The witnesses stand. He has it. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off of your wheelchair? Oh, I didn't realize he had a blanket. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Yeah, well, you can't use that line forever. Well, you are a big guy and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. I'm hiding that for a long time.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Ms. Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Well, your wheelchair didn't have rockets like I thought it did, but it is hiding the weapon. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them.
Two of them?
Ms. Franziska Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash.
Where in your room? You're lucky your room didn't catch on fire.
Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Ms. Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Ms. Von Karma.
It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me? Make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
Seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. All he wanted was to date a 16-year-old. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. Oh, that's right, I did. That's right, it's coming back to me now. Mo was talking about, like, Regina sneezing from pepper. She started sneezing so hard, I couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. So you can murder the poor girl? She was just doing what your brother did. She didn't know your brother was gonna be an idiot and put his hair. I mean, he put his hair in there, technically, yeah, but his whole head in a lion's mouth. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Her brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. But she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well?
No, I don't think you are. No, that's not what I mean. Yeah, cry all you want. I don't feel bad. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. But why was the ringmaster dressed as Max?
This has been such a strange case, and a creepy one at that too. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
Sorry, please don't whip me for it this time.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Release the confetti. Congratulations, Maximilian Galactica. However, you will be back in court for trying to marry a 16-year-old. This court is adjourned. I'm off to Mahjong. However, I will be late.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Manny, congrats. But only at max a million of them.
Thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just saying about Acro.
No. If you want to worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
Wah!
Finally hit you, huh?
She's been like this for a while now. Wah! It's all my fault! Ah!
Poor Regina. Sweetie pie.
Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up.
Regina.
Mr. Wright, tell me something.
Oh, what do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro... is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You really sure? I can believe that.
Yep. Acro doesn't have any more desire for revenge.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge.
I think he was more like talking about his brother. This is why. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
Bat?
That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know.
I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught...
Uh-huh.
I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That's the big question. Our ringmaster was a really amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I decided that I'll take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen.
The best circus this world has ever seen.
Don't laugh.
That's quite the goal.
Yay, I can't wait.
And I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max.
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus will be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Barry.
But Max,
Nick,
Seems like everything is going to turn out all right here.
can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
it'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats.
Ha ha ha. Hilarious. I see. What made the case?
Yesterday's surprise raid, it really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Who's saying this? Especially if he was the defense attorney.
Hey, Mr. Wright.
Dude, what if it's Edgeworth? Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. What if it's Edgeworth? As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. What if it's Edgeworth? I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, hello? Oh my god. A brand new episode of that added. Oh my, oh, be still my beating heart. Like at first I was like, because he said sir, and I know he calls Francisca sir, but then I was like, wait. What if it's Edgeworth that it is? Oh my god, he is in this game. I wasn't sure if he would be, but he is. Yes! Hello, my darling. I am so happy that you are back. Oh. Okay. We're probably gonna get the intro to this next case, so we'll play through at least that intro. Like what normally happens, I think. If it's gonna do that. So I'm gonna really quickly give my final thoughts on the circus case right here on the screen. So, as I said, everyone always said that this was the most hated case in Ace Attorney. And I can see why. Like, simply for the fact of just everything revolving Regina. Like, it felt so gross that she had 3 grown adults pursuing her, wanting to marry her and date her, and she is a 16-year-old. She is a minor. Why, if they were gonna have that be such a crucial plot point, could they not have at least made her 18? Did they need her to be a 16-year-old? And no one was acknowledging the fact that it was weird. No one was weirded out by it. Everyone was like, yeah, okay, this is normal. She's so adorable. Of course everyone likes her. huh? And then you add on the fact, they're like, yeah, Acro's not a bad person. I don't know. I didn't like the fact that he was then trying to kill this 16-year-old that his 22-year-old brother was trying to date. Like, excuse me? Bat pranked her with pepper, so she pranked him back. That was not her fault. How was Regina supposed to know that the 22-year-old creep was like, yeah, date me if I put my head in your lion, and then the lion sneezed on him? I know Russell Barry was the victim in this case, but he was also trying to marry his daughter off to Regina, she is Regina, to Max. So yeah, the biggest victim in this case is Regina. She did not deserve any of that. And then the murder itself, it's like, so how, like, the fact that that worked, like the fact that the ringmaster got there at exactly 10 p.m. and went to lift up this box just as, like, because he couldn't look out the window, Hacker just had to assume that Regina was there, and then he dropped it, and then it was the ringmaster, and then the way that the cape, like, lifted up onto the bust, like, that is so specific. Like, the chances of that happening are so slim, and if that hadn't happened, like, it would have been obvious it was him to mow, because the cloak, if the cloak wasn't there, it would just been a floating bust that was being lifted up, and it would have been obvious that it's just Acro lifting it from his room. The one thing I'm still unsure about, though, is why was the ringmaster wearing Max's clothes? Like, I still don't really get what the point was of him wearing Max's outfit. I mean, did he think that, like, the pepper decisive evidence was gonna get Regina put in jail or something, so he wanted to go and get it, but, like, he wanted to disguise himself? I don't know. That part just doesn't make any sense to me, why he was dressed as Max. It didn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I think the best person in this case ended up being Mo. Like, even though, like, he annoyed me with his jokes, yeah, no, he was, like, actually honest. He wasn't trying to date Regina. He's gonna take over the circus. He brought Regina to court to help her out. Oh, that just reminded me. Another thing that I did not like is, like, okay, now Regina's gonna go, like, wait for Bat to wake up. I don't like the implications of that. Like, Bat is now, like, if and when he wakes up, is just gonna go back to pursuing her, especially if when he wakes up, Regina is the one there. Like, don't like it. Don't like it. So yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts. A brand new episode is being added. I can't believe Edgeworth is back! Oh, okay, let's save. Okay, let's see if there's a little intro. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? What the heck? Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja, or maybe Captain Sapien, all the way from the lovely, I see the students of a certain starry school are wearing the, and global hero, I can't read that, doesn't want to, we hope Lady Luck is with all of our heroes tonight. And now, it's going too fast, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me. Wow, the moon is being split. Whoa, the true hero of the night has appeared in art. The Steel Samurai. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to the Fantastic Warrior. The Nickel Samurai. Oh, too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. Never mind, it's not the Steel Samurai. It's the Nickel Samurai. The Gatewater Hotel. I can't save yet. Okay, now I can save. Interesting. I wonder how this is gonna involve Edgeworth. The Nickel Samurai. I'm assuming that's different than the Steel Samurai, even though they look very different. Yeah, okay, we're gonna end off today's video here. I'm actually so excited for this case now because I know Edgeworth is back and involved. That was the highlight of this video for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!